I just unsubbed from this guy. Alright, just unsubbed. It's funny that you know. So this guy here, you can call him whatever. I've heard him call himself Mandjtv or whatever. He usually says Mikey, like he said there, or Michael here or whatever. Um, yeah, I just unsubbed from him. Uh, I had to do it because okay, this is where this rabbit hole begins. This guy made a new mascot. His like, I know this sounds like blowing up like over something small, but it kind of irked me so much that I'm kind of looking at him with great disgust, and it's ruined the whole thing for me. So this is so yeah, yeah. So basically, I don't want to play too much of his video, but basically, literally 10 days ago, this dude released this video of like, oh shit, I like a new Pokemon, and it's a silhouette, and that's not a real Pokemon. So it gets you clicking, right? Which is fine. It's all about the hustle. I don't really mind that. But he's just like, forget cast form, which is already like an underrated Pokemon. That's a little, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Keep moving. It's this thing. So, as you can see, I made it this far in the video, and I was like, I've had enough. But pretty much, he's like talking about it, blah blah blah, talking, and then he does the reveal, which is this thing right here, and he he basically waterboards everybody and goes, I got a professional like team on it. I'll probably play like a little bit here in a second. I just want to kind of give a general thesis before I really say why it's making me very upset and why I'm subbed him or unsubbed to him. he he basically is like I guess overnight was just like had the urge to make his own Pokemon and had a professional artist make it, and then he already had them make a plushie of it, and then he showed it on the channel. But like he did this like mystery, so the reveal was like immediately in the video instead of being like he's in the back. Like he could have even did something cool like he's in the background of some videos like scurrying around like a rare Pokemon, right? Or something. Like he could have did something really interesting, but he didn't. So he just kind of was like, "Now this is my favorite Pokemon." There he is. Like, and it's just like, oh man, dude. It's kind of like he literally starts with hit the professionals or whatever, and it's just kind of like, okay, dude, do you even really like it, or did you just pay some people to make something and you're like, the design's good? And now you're claiming it's your favorite Pokemon with literally no attachments to it because he said that they made it like and it's recent. So how is it your literally favorite Pokemon, right? And it's not a real Pokemon, so it's a little disingenuous there. So to keep moving on, um, I was in his subreddit for a little while when the last Weedle Twin Needle situation happened, and I posted on there to see if anybody gave a shit, which no one did. And basically everyone's just like, what do you like more? This his older picture or his new one? And it's like a joke, right? This is a joke. This is great. However, most people are like, yeah, dude, like they all agree that it's like old logo. Some people are like more ruthless than others. Pretty much everyone is like unanimously agreed. They're doing cute stuff too. Look at this thing with the hands here. Like everyone's just like old logo is the best. Agreed, 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 agreed. Uh it's actually really cool. But if you get all the way down to this, right, you have this dude, and I ended up commenting, but I'll basically narrate what went down with this. Unpopular opinion. New Pokemon, that's a stupid name, is cool. It's its own rendition for a Pokemon that he likes. So it's like so I think the idea is it was supposed to be like his version of a cast form or something, but he can't like change. I think that's it. Like he can't change the way cast form is like, so he had somebody else try to do it, and they basically just made a Kirby look alike with horns on it or whatever. Basically, Kirby using his inhale ability on something blue with spikes, and there you go. And he's just like, that's my favorite Pokemon. But he said he put it as his logo because it can be it can be adding to a new era, or it. So he's like he thinks it's cool. He's just like it's coming from a good place. So it could start a new era, but let's just say I'm wrong, or it because he wanted it to become as the much of a staple like Grunty Boy has become. So the problem with that is Grunty Boy is literally him being evil, and like having the grunt guy advertise something, but him being like, that's not me. That's the greedy Grunty Boy that's doing it, even though it's him, which is fine. That's really good. But it's not like that. Not like that at all. And I'll get into it in a second. Where was I? Throwing it at us like this is similar. How do we grew to Grunty Boy? Annoying at first, and we grew to love him. So yeah, exactly. It's a good way to do the sponsors thing. So this guy's basically like saying is he's doing it again. It's the same thing. No worries, guys. He's throwing something super annoying at us, right? And hoping we'll really like it just like him. It'll grow on us. And it's just kind of like, no, dude, that's not what he's doing. He's claiming it's his favorite Pokemon. Dude, I'll get into the video. It is. I won't play the whole thing. I'll play until I like paused out. But this is like a terrible justification for what he's doing, which is why I left the fatty comment myself. And he said, not to mention his channel has his own little mascot. He's got plushies. He's trying to make things, not make you guys happy, but it makes him happy. So this guy's like, I'm looking out for him. I'm the true fan here. All of y'all are phony or whatever. Y'all don't even see the truth. Like, he's being completely corny about this. And he says, so posting stuff like this and negative comments and so he can create it, he's proud of, it's just not cool. So he's saying the community as a whole is not cool for voicing their own opinion, but he's saying his opinion's unpopular. So he's trying to put this like blanket over like this sheet over everybody's head, while at the same time being like, I have the correct moral compass. All of y'all guys are rude. I think he's trying to do this. Therefore, I'm correct. But he just goes, it doesn't look like a small child as a face. It's a fun ball. So he basically ripping on the older design anyway. Yeah, exactly. But he's basically saying that the old design makes Nike look stupid, and the new design is like, even though everybody hates it, he loves it. Got myself the plus, and I'm the plus. So he bought it already, and I'm excited to wear this channel's lead. Okay, hold on. So this guy's like, I don't ask, and I was just like, hold on. I was just like, I actually have to type something here. I agreed with somebody else too. I don't just type there. But somebody else was just like, it just looks like a Kirby ripoff. This looks dumb. And I was just like, my feelings entirely. But I said, you leading a positivity charge doesn't change the fact that it doesn't look good. He also did a new favorite Pokemon with a silhouette, claiming to have a professional help on the design, only to go full force and change the channel's appearance. It's a similar situation to where you feel someone is getting more. Something is more worth because you put money into it. The thing doesn't even have a legacy, so seeing it as a mascot is very odd because it isn't the mascot Mike is. So that's why I'm like, the older design makes more sense, because we're here for him, not the plushie thing. The plushie thing hasn't been like in a Pokemon talk or nothing. There's nothing there. Yeah, exactly. I'll get into that. Exactly. Looks. This is why I wanted to rant about it, because there's so much wrong with what's happening here, and everybody's just kind of like, we love Mikey, so we'll like grasp hands, and I'm sitting here like, his shit's starting to get irritating, and the end of the comment kind of ties it all together too. So I was just like, this looks like more of a business move, since the guy said himself he took out the intro music because it killed views, and apologized to people flipped out on the Nuzlocke. I didn't proofread this, but pretty much it's like, he did a Nuzlocke a while back. If anybody's even a fan of him that's watching what this is going to be, like when I put this video out, basically he put out a Nuzlocke, and like, he was so devastated that he lost the Pokemon that he just left the last 10 minutes running on the death, and just left the room and cried about it or whatever. And people were so bent out of shape with that he apologized to them, because he thought it would be funny at the time, but everybody was just like, this wasn't content, and he felt ashamed of himself. So he apologized and was basically like, I won't do that again, I'll cut it out, or blah blah blah. Some YouTubers, or some PokeTubers, like Pokemon Challenges, the Nuzlocke guy, were like, nah, don't punk out on it, be mean to them or whatever. But this isn't in character with this guy, so him being apologetic is like something he would do, because he doesn't like negativity from his fans. So it's kind of like this. If and he stated this with the music. So it's kind of like this. If he takes out the music at the beginning because it takes away views and money, and then if he takes out a section of his video that everybody's upset with, it kind of seems like whatever he's doing is to appease fans. Alright? So when he randomly does this, like, clickbaity, this is my new favorite Pokemon, and plugs the merch immediately when there's literally no frame or reference on anything, it's a little like, holy fuck, you are trying to cash grab everybody, like, with this thing that you don't even necessarily like. And you can see how phony it is in the video. Like, he's like looking at you with one eyebrow raised, and like a scary, like, scurvy look. Like, he genuinely is like, it's my new favorite Pokemon, I swear. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's a good design. Buy it. Like, it is so fucking disturbing, dude. But I was just like, fans outcry makes everyone. I was just basically like, you can make everybody feel bad if you want, but you're making the creator's choice appear holy when they clearly aren't. So that's all that for that actual Reddit post. Now to get to the actual video. Okay. So, I gotta go through this briefly so he doesn't like pull it down. But basically, he shows up. He's just like, this is my favorite Pokemon cast form, but I can't change it because it's owned by Nintendo. Blah blah blah. So I got the idea.
Greetings, Pokefan.
Help of professional. I'll get into his cringe stuff in a second, but pretty much he's just like, yeah, I can't do anything. He rips in the Pokemon. He's just like, they didn't add a Sandstorm design, even though, hey Shadow, they didn't add a Sandstorm sign or Sandstorm form to him, even though he's close to the desert. So he's just like ripping in the Pokemon, right? Remember, that same Redditor is like, negative people like you ought to be ashamed of yourself, and he's talking to the whole community. And then this guy's doing it to the very company that brings us Pokemon, rips into its stats, says when it got a shiny form for like the like just the extra trivia of how neglected this Pokemon is. So he's like really hammering it in, even though these are like facts everybody knows. And then after a lot of talking, I'm not gonna play too much of the video because when I did with Weedle Twin Needle, it was kind of odd. Alright. There it is. He reveals.
Mighty. A creature I designed with the help of professional artists that is not a Pokemon. Don't get me in trouble. Call it a a Mikemon or whatever. As you can probably tell, it is available as a plushie for a very limited time at MNJTVmerch.com.
That's our first impression of this thing, guys. That was what we got. They fucked over my Pokemon, one of my favorites. Here's the design. I kind of designed it myself, but I had professional help as well. And then, so he just made it. And then immediately to the merch, dude. He just had a silhouette of this thing on the thing, man. This is what everybody saw as he ripped down the channel's hell yeah. Castform's the mascot, okay? Or you could even say his older Pokemon are the mascot. Yeah, dude, but he literally goes from this Pokemon, stop ripping on it, to now, fuck that Pokemon. They did, I know. I actually, you just missed that. I was talking about somebody who was telling everybody that he bought it. It was bad. So, hold on. I'll put the full video on YouTube, but we don't even know what this is, and that was our first impression. Buy it. Like, what the fuck? I guess people would just see this and be like, yes, and they buy it or whatever. But it would have been fine if he left it here. I clicked off after that. He was basically like, I ripped off the design off of... He doesn't say it's off of Kirby, but that's fucking Kirby. And then he's just like, and it's got the color scheme of Octolock. And there it is, and there it is, and there it is. And I was... Look, it's even got different Kirby forms in outer space and whatever. He's just like, I swear, this thing's really good. But he didn't lean into it like that. It was more like... I made this. I swear I had professional help. Buy it for a limited time. And it was like, what? So I just click away, right? But here's the problem. He changed his channel things to the Pokemon. He changed it. And it was like, that was actually a while ago. He changed it to the thing. That was like a while ago, so I didn't even give a shit. I was just like, oh, he's really adapting this design. But then I go on Reddit, and people were kind of like, yeah, dude, this new thing sucks. And then there was a guy defending it, and I was kind of like, I don't really like his content that much. Like, I know that has like a little bar on it, but I didn't even bother. It's honestly been a little cringe. Like, aside from like the mean reviews, I don't click on all of it. And the Team Sky stuff is cringe. All that stuff is cringe. But I just let I don't rip into it because the community, some of them like drawing that comic stuff. Some of them like to do all of it. So I just don't even care. But when he did this like random plug merch, this is my whole identity thing. When the guy literally is known for like, this is why I should have pulled up all the videos where he's claimed it. Because I've been watching his stuff for a while. Man. In this one, he did that as well. Here. I might be able to find the thing where his Pokemon dies and he cries about it. Look, here. It's right here.
I attacked again, thinking I would survive the next hit, but because I'd been speeding up the game, I didn't notice that the first Shadow Ball had dropped Robin's special defense. Therefore, the next hit killed. I was so upset that I walked away from the video to another part of the house and just laid on the floor for 15 minutes. When this happened, I was so upset that I did not have the mental fortitude to continue recording that episode.
Hold on.
I actually didn't record again for several days after that. This was why I had put off doing a Nuzlocke for so long up to this point, because I was concerned that I would get so attached to my Pokemon that when one died, I would be extremely upset about it. But for that video, since the recording kept going, I thought it would be funny if I just left in the footage of me not being there. So the last 12 or so minutes of the 20-minute video are just the unmoving gameplay and an empty face cam with a couple brief appearances by Jubilee not knowing where I went.
He apologized to his community.
It's gone forever.
I thought my viewers would be amused by it. Some were. But some were very much not. That video got the largest amount of negative and hateful comments that any of my videos
he's a really
has
sensitive
ever gotten.
guy. That's
And
why
to
me
this day,
putting
it is
this
the
up is
only
gonna be
video I've
weird.
ever disabled comments on.
He disabled
People
the comments.
were livid that half the video was effectively nothing. Some were so mad that they didn't get more content from me that they unsubscribed and didn't watch my content anymore. In all seriousness, I totally
He's just like, what an
understand
idiot,
being annoyed
right?
by that. You see the total length and then most of the video isn't actually anything. So I get it, and I'm sorry, and I appreciate the people who criticized that decision.
Did you see that? Here we go. I'm not gonna, dude. You can't hold everything against me as well. Every little thing I say used against me is pretty gross on my part as well. But he said the criticism's great, okay? And to go back as far as the Redditor comment, the whole guy bringing everybody down because they think what he's doing right now is pretty gross. He said in older things that the people that are viewing him, even though he insinuated that some of them are dumb, he said that he apologized and appreciated it. And he does it again with like the intro music thing. I don't have the thing. I actually don't have the video link for that one, but basically he's ripping into having your video start with music. And when you start with the music, it immediately kills viewership, so he took it away. So clearly he does stuff to appease his fans, but this is just like really gross. Like when I saw all of this, I was just like, dude, I want to puke, man. Like he could have did something more creative with Pokemon and stuff. Like this shift with finances or whatever he's just trying to assert. He even was like, shush, don't tell Nintendo. Like that just makes him look like a crook, dude. And I just can't. I can't anymore. Yeah. So I actually do want to apologize to myself. I hate that I'm ripping into another PokeTuber. Like it seems like everybody that plays games that there's something that I can rant and bitch about with them, but dude, like dude, the guy gets idolized. Like it's fine if he gets knocked down a peg, man. Like it's not the biggest deal. He's a sensitive person, so hopefully it's not a Weedle Twin Needle situation where he's commenting on my videos and then trying to rip into me. But no lie, man, like, I just think it's